Claude is already useful out of the box, but the moment you add connectors, it goes from a clever chatbot to something that can actually reach into the tools you already use, like Google Drive, Canva, Gmail, and more. In this tutorial, I'll show you exactly where connectors live, how to add them, how to manage them, one setting most people miss, and the two connectors I personally reach for on a consistent basis. Quick heads up before we start, I'm on Claude Pro, but almost everything in this video works on the free plan too. I'll flag the few spots where there's a difference as we go. There are two ways to get to your connectors, and you'll use both. The first is from inside a chat. Click the plus button down by the message box, hover over connectors. Anything you've already turned on shows up right here with a toggle for each one. This is your in-the-moment control panel. The second way is from settings. Click your name in the bottom left, open settings, then connectors in the sidebar. This is the full control room. Every connector you have, plus the button to add more. When you click the plus next to connectors, the directory opens up. This is Claude's catalog of every app you can connect to, and there are a lot. It's organized by category: productivity, communication, design, development, project management. You can scroll or use the search bar if you know what you're looking for. Click any tile and you'll get a details page. Hit connect, sign in with your account on the standard pop-up, approve the permissions, and you're done. Once you've got a few connected, head back to settings, then connectors. This is the manage view, and it's the panel most people forget exists. From here, three things matter. 1. You can disconnect any service. Done with a free trial or something? Cut the cord. Claude immediately loses access. 2. You can review what each connector can do by clicking into it. You'll see a list of the tools it brings to Claude, broken into read-only tools and write or delete tools. On team and enterprise plans, admins get extra controls here to set things like always allow, needs approval, or blocked for whole categories. On free and pro, you mainly use this view to see what a connector can do and decide whether to keep it on. 3. You can reconnect if something stops working. If a connector starts misbehaving, a quick disconnect, reconnect fixes it 9 times out of 10. Okay, here's the one a lot of beginners blow right past. Open the plus menu again, hover over connectors, and look for tool access. There are two modes. Auto is the default. Every connector you've toggled on is fully loaded and ready to go the moment your chat starts. Claude knows about all their tools right away. The trade-off: each tool takes up some of the conversation's working memory. On demand is the opposite. Tools don't load until Claude actually needs one. When you ask a question, Claude searches for the right connector first, then pulls in just that one. This adds one tiny extra step, but keeps your conversation lean. Rule of thumb: if you have fewer than 10 connectors, leave it on auto. If you've gone connector crazy and have a dozen or more turned on, switch to on demand. Out of everything I've connected, 2 earn their keep every single week. Let me show you both. Canva first. Canva is what's called an interactive connector, which means it can render real Canva designs right inside the chat, not just describe them. Quick note: interactive rendering inside the chat is something Canva and a handful of design and productivity connectors do. If you're on free and don't see the design appear in line, you'll still get the Canva link to open the design directly. The connector still works, you just click out to Canva. Try this. Make me a 4-slide pitch deck for a coffee subscription service called Daybreak. Use a warm, minimalist look. Claude sends that off to Canva, and a few seconds later, you've got a real editable deck embedded in the conversation. Click it, and it opens straight in Canva for you to polish. Now let's look at Google Drive. Once Drive is connected, you can tell Claude things like, find my keynote preparing students for an AI world transcript by Becky Keene. Claude searches, finds the file, reads it, and answers. You may be prompted to allow the connection to Drive, and you can choose between always allow, allow once, or deny. Once it finds the file, you can go straight to it, or you can ask for a summary. But here's the trick most people miss. Click the plus button in the message box and you'll see Add from Google Drive as its own option. Click it, browse your drive, and pick the exact files you want Claude to look at for this chat. You can also search for things directly from it. One last cool feature is this From Drive button that shows up under your chat. I love this because I can click on it and it gives me a jumping off point or a means of reflection on the contents of my drive. And that's how you can get started with connectors. 2 places to access connectors, the plus menu and settings, a directory to browse, a manage view to stay tidy, tool access to keep things fast, and 2 connectors, Canva and Drive, to get started. Now it's your turn. Pick one connector, turn it on today, and see how it changes the way you work. I'll see you in the next video.